Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. Today, well, actually yesterday, PMDG released a new update for the Boeing 737 series and for the Douglas DC-6. Now, let's quickly go over what is new and how to get it. As always, you can quickly get it by using your PMDG Operations Center if you've purchased directly from PMDG. Or if you own a copy from Marketplace, you will need to wait a little bit until Microsoft have actually incorporated the update on Marketplace as well. But what is the update all about? Well, let's have a look. And this is coming straight from PMDG's forum, so you can immediately read it up there yourself if you want to. The link is going to be in the video description below. Captains, a few moments ago we made live a series of updates for the DC-6 and the entire fleet of Microsoft Flight Simulator 737s. Details are as follows. PMDG 737 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This update is largely focused on small changes and items that are focused on structural code improvements, preparations for new functionality, and backside improvements that improve the overall stability of the product line. Along the way, we also clean up some small service reports, build upon continued improvements of the Autoflight Director system, and add some background preparations for the PMDG Universal Flight tablet that is about to enter into beta testing. The change list from the tracking is pretty small, since most of the changes are background, but for those of you who like lists, here is a non-exhaustive sample. A small hole has been fixed in the virtual cockpit. Handling of the Microsoft Flight Simulator inbuilt model for in-flight engine restarts at high altitudes. Meters marker remain after deselection. Single channel annunciation on primary flight display shown with green frame while it should have been amber. Custom waypoint of another custom waypoint naming. So to expand a little bit on that one, basically, in previous versions, if you build a new custom waypoint based on the previous one, like PBD01, and then you use that to build another one, you could basically create two PBD01 waypoints that have the same name. And that is not supposed to be. Whenever you are creating custom waypoints, they should always be sequenced in the numbers. So it should go from PBD01 to PBD02 and so on and so on. And there used to be an issue with that has been fixed. And here is actually the most important one. The autopilot roll channel received a lot of changes with revise to emphasis to engine out situations. I'm sure many of you have seen the video from Flight Deck to Sim where he encountered some problems with the autopilot not being able to hold the heading while he flew an engine out scenario. That should be fixed now. Also, there was a typo in the virtual cockpit that's been fixed. And finally, aircraft type not used by Microsoft Flight Simulator is fixed as well, so that they are able to pronounce Boeing 737 now. There are also a number of changes designed for smooth entry of the product into the Xbox environment. These updates can be pulled via the PMDG Operations Center from pmdg.com users. Marketplace users will receive the updates once Microsoft completes their intake process. Next up, let's talk about the 737 for Xbox. The 737-700 and 800 are both involved in the Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace intake process. PMDG did not see any progress for a week and thus haven't yet been able to run a final round of testing on these builds in the Xbox environment, so that must still take place. To do what they needed Microsoft to release the airplane to PMDG inside the test environment, which they had expected would happen last week, but has still not happened. If everything goes perfectly, they currently estimate they may go live to customers on either the 25th of May or the 1st of June, depending upon Microsoft and depending upon whether they find problems that need further testing updates. It seems the intake process has been running more slowly than it was, so patience is the best strategy at this juncture. Let's quickly also talk about the DC-6 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The PMDG DC-6 received a small update today that is focused on UI improvements that became important with the introduction to Xbox. The Marketplace, PC and Xbox versions went live yesterday for Marketplace customers. All other customers can expect to build 2.00.0049 using the PMDG Operations Center. The change lists for this build is as follows. The tablet now clicks to stow and unstow instead of dragging. The additional gust lever click spot has been added for easier access, easier click spots for the tablet's fuel and load manager, and there is a bug fix: the whole tablet no longer glows blue when clicked to stow. Next up, let's talk about the PMDG Universal Flight Tablet, or the Electronic Flight Bag EFB. We expect the tablet will go into beta testing before the end of May, which means we will begin considering a release timeframe for users. We still want to take the UI and UX through a round of improvements and cleanup, so no, there will be no preview of it until later. They are also now evaluating logistical problems that will impact how they distribute the tablet to Xbox users. Our goal is to provide a seamless, unified distribution mechanism for the tablet, but there are some barriers they're hitting that will change how they distribute the tablet to Xbox users. They're evaluating how to best deal with these issues, and we'll have more information on them at a later date. Now, quick refresher for everybody who's wondering why the tablet's taken so long. PMDG have included tablets in their products going back a decade. Tablets aren't anything new, nor are they terribly difficult or magical. All PMDG aircraft are coded in C++ programming language, which is a good, solid engineering language for simulation. The use of C++ within Microsoft Flight Simulator environment takes place within a container that limits some of the normal C++ capabilities for communication with the outside world. And Robert goes on to suspect that this was done for security and commonality among PC and Xbox, but they honestly don't know, so that is just about a guess. In order to ensure the tablet can communicate with the outside world, they wrote it in script language. Script language is great for stuff like this and has great support from Asobo. The technical challenge when it comes on hand is transferring information between the tablet and the airplane. And this necessitated the creation of an entire language parsing module to respect the limitations placed on C++ while leveraging the capabilities of script language. If you are reading this sentence and this doesn't make sense to you, think of it this way. They imagine that you are speaking one language and you have to talk to somebody else in their language, but you can also only do so using the numbers 0 to 9. Alright. Anyway, they have this piece solved and are now on the fun part of actually fleshing out the functionality. We're working with our first external to PMDG dev, who will be adding some cool functionality to the tablet that is unique to his own application as well, just to strut out stuff and show what the tablet is capable of. Initial release of the tablet will bring you a number of features, with a few more coming over time. Navigraph and SimBrief users will be pleased by the care that has gone into ensuring a nice, tight weave between our technology and theirs. I'm still not going to project the release timeframe for this item, but once I get a green light to share a bit of this with you, they will. Finally, PMDG 777, and Robert really only copy-pasted the previous information there, so I'm not going too much into it. They're working on it, and as soon as more information is available, it is going to be shared. So, that's pretty much the recent update. Now go ahead and grab the update from your PMDG Operations Center if you've bought directly from pmdg.com, or otherwise go ahead and have a look into Marketplace every now and then to see if the update has been released there as well. On this occasion, thank you very much for watching, hope that you've enjoyed this one, and I'm really looking forward to see you all again on the channel on the next one. Thank you for watching, enjoy your weekend, enjoy flying the updated 737 and DC-6, and I'm seeing you all again very soon.